Okay. Today I'm gonna lecture about rest of chapter 3, and on Thursday we're gonna do a lot of applications of that, especially with price multiples. You know how to use price multiples to make relative valuation. So if I tell you the value of Microsoft, can you get a value for Google and that kind of stuff? All right. First, let's talk about profitability measures. Oh, we already done that. Let's talk about DuPont analysis. This is called DuPont analysis because it was first used in the company DuPont, the chemical company. It basically takes, let's start with what I call baby DuPont identity. I'm going to start with return on assets. As you know, that's net income divided by total assets. I'm going to multiply that by 1. You're probably thinking that's not going to change anything, but it's not going to be an arbitrary one. I'm going to multiply it by the ratio of sales with sales. And I'm going to reorganize net income over sales times sales over total assets. Do we know that ratio by any other name? Net income over sales? You guys had a quiz on this. That's profit margin. Okay. Do we know that ratio by any other name? Sales over total assets? Total asset turnover. So Baby DuPont basically says ROA is equal to product of profit margin times total asset turnover. Now, this basically says the following. You may have a high ROA, return on assets. Is this asks the question, is that because profit margin is high or total asset turnover is high or a combination thereof? So it basically decomposes into components. We're not going to leave this as theoretical. We're going to actually calculate those numbers for two companies that are relatively similar. I'm going to look at Walmart and Costco, okay, two discount retailers, even though they're kind of different in nature. So we're going to look at Walmart, ticker WMT, and Costco, ticker is cost. So let's get numbers. Let's do a little table here. I'm going to go ahead and look these numbers up from financeyahoo.com. Why? Because it's quick to do so. Other than that, I would never use financeyahoo.com for official work. And the ticker, W and T. Go to financials. First, I'm going to get the balance sheet where the total assets resides. Look at the quarterly. This last available was 10/31/24, 263,399. That would be in millions. And I'm gonna go to income statement. That's where sales and net income live. Again, I'll do quarterly to make it, a 12-month number. Grab the TTM. TTM is short for trailing 12 months. So total revenue is their sales 673,819, and net income to common stockholders 19,676. So during the previous 12 months, Walmart made almost $20 billion. Okay. Now we're going to look at the same numbers for Costco. Why am I keeping that too far away from me? That sounded like a police song. Financials, balance sheet, quarterly, 73, 386. $258, 805. And net income of 7,576. You're probably thinking, why isn't he using Excel? Because I want you to see the details of these. So let's calculate some of the ratios. First PM, then TAT, then we're going to calculate ROA. I'm going to use the calculator app. My keyboard has a button that launches the calculator. PM is net income divided by sales, 19,676 divided by, that's 2.92%. Let me use a different color for that. Total asset turnover, 673,819 divided by 2,558. Let's give it a rainbow color. And ROA is simply product of the two. Okay. 756. Let's do the same thing for Costco. Let's move this to the side. 7,576 divided by 258. 805, that's the profit margin. Turns out it's pretty much the same. I'm dividing net income by sales. That's the profit margin. It's almost exactly the same. 7,576 divided by 258. Yeah, Now let's calculate total asset turnover, sales divided by total assets. 3,527. That was a rainbow number. And finally, 10.3%, 10.29%. This actually pretty much makes the point for me. Yes, I multiply profit margin by total asset turnover. That's what Baby DuPont tells me. I mean, I could have also calculated directly, divide net income by total assets. But, it was available to me. Since it's an identity, it doesn't matter how I calculate it. Now,